Nudists in Spain want you to take your clothes off, and if you refuse to do it, they want the government to step in to force you to do it. Kind of. Okay, so this story really has to do with the nude beaches in Spain and how some people show up and they don't bear it all, right? They don't take off their tops, they don't take off their bottoms, they keep their bathing suits on. Apparently that is making other beachgoers who decide to go nude uncomfortable. And so they want the government to do something about it. So the Naturist Nudist Federation of Catalonia, it's a thing, recently sent a letter to the government of Catalonia, which is an autonomous community of Spain, asking it to address what it described as the discrimination that nudists face on the beaches of Catalonia. Now, according to The Guardian, before people would arrive at a nude beach and either leave or strip down, right? That's what would happen before. Now they stay and keep their swimsuit on. But what they don't realize is that if there are a lot of them, they end up making us uncomfortable. It's a lack of respect. That is the leader of the organization that I referred to a little earlier. Nudism is not banned in Spain. You can do it on any beach, but so as not to bother people, we prefer to go to beaches that have traditionally been nudist and where most people are naked. We want people to respect this. Cenk, what say you?
It would be amazing if they arrested people for having clothes on. That would be awesome. I mean, there might be a touch of overregulation, but I totally understand what the nudists are saying.
I do too.
Yeah, and guys, that last point was really instructive because sometimes my guess is that people who go clothed to nudist beaches will say, well, I got rights, I got a right to be on this beach too, right? No, guys, they're trying to give you your rights on all of the other beaches in Spain. So, because if they show up nude in your beaches, which is almost all the rest of them, some of you might get offended. Oh, I got my kids here, I got this, I got that, I don't wanna see you naked. So they're like, okay, we'll just find like these tiny little beaches and we'll be nudist here. And then clothed people come. And now in this day and age, everybody's got phones. And if people are taking pictures, no way, no, please leave them alone. Let them be, Jesus.
Yeah, so I'm not surprised by this because believe it or not, there are places you can patronize here in the United States that literally force you to be nude, okay? They're called Korean spas. And
but by the way, we have nudist beaches too in Florida.
Oh yeah, that's right, that's right. I haven't been to one in the United States. I actually went to a nudist beach in Spain years and years ago before I was popular enough for anyone to care to take a photo of me, I hope. Anyway, but I partook in the festivities, let's just put it that way. But now in Korean spas in the United States, I can't speak for every Korean spa, some might have different rules, but in the locker room area where I'm sure it's like this in the men's locker room as well, but in the women's locker room, when you're like in the hot tub area, you're in the sauna, in the steam room, everyone's naked. And I remember one time going with a friend of mine who was uncomfortable with the idea of just being naked in front of everyone, so she wore a bathing suit. And one of the workers at the Korean spa literally approached her and said, you can't wear your bathing suit. Everyone in the women's locker room while using these facilities needs to be nude. And it's because they don't want the other patrons to feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Right?
So look, this is the definition of you do you, boo, right? So if that's the community you're in, that's awesome. And I want you to feel safe and protected, etc. So kidding aside, it actually would make sense for the government to regulate here and say, no, sorry, but you can't do that. I wouldn't arrest anybody over because they're wearing clothes. But at some point, yeah, sorry, but you gotta go. Yeah. And especially you take one picture, no, you gotta go right now.
No, what are we talking about pictures? Like what's wrong with people? Don't take pictures. Like God, I think cell phones ended up being more of a negative than a positive.
Oh, controversial take.
No, I take that back. It's
no
not.
Way.
Yeah,
I mean. Way. Okay, but they have massive downsides.
They do. Maybe we should ban cameras on cell phones.
No.
Yeah, that's also bad. That's also bad.
Okay,
I'm just thinking out loud here.
We're spitballing on your behalf, nudist colonies.
Right.
Okay, we're looking out for you. In fact.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. That's a bad idea. Yeah.
Thanks for watching The Young Turks. Really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.